Sorry, I'm busy with the Superior game.
You're busy with Bongo Cat while I'm jamming to Sonic and the Secret Rings soundtrack. It's fine.
Real.
It's time for Resident Evil 6. I
He
can't
says,
believe it.
even though we just talked about how we basically don't want to fucking play this game
Yeah,
anymore.
yesterday we were like, this game's ass. Why do we want to play this game? And then we're back the next day to fucking
Back
play
in the fucking building
play
again.
the last campaign in quotation marks, because there's obviously the Ada one, which I feel like is going to be shorter.
Ada. I hardly know her.
Start the counter. I don't know if we can continue it from yesterday or it's a new counter, but like masochists, maybe. I won't lie. It's had some high highs, but it's also had some really low lows. I got to like 13 before I went to bed. Yeah, that checks out. There's probably going to be way more. And remember we'll start the game up and then we'll like watch the cutscene and then we'll make sure that we're both in professional. Yes. Because we want to make sure that we get that professional goodness, because we need to get you those professional medals eventually, which we can do off stream.
Otherwise, I was gonna say I'll kill myself, but it's not that dramatic, I promise.
It's just Resident Evil 6. We survived the entirety of Resident Evil 5, which was like kinda worse. I don't know.
Kinda worse.
Kinda worse. And I won't lie, at the beginning of yesterday, like in chapter 3, where we had like absolutely no ammo, I got flashbacks to Resident Evil 0, where I was like, I was struggling the entire time in that game for ammo.
Oh no.
So it was very, it just kind of reminisced that a bit. But today we are playing Jake's campaign. You know, the Albert Wesker's son.
Oh my god, spoilers!
Spoilers!
Spoiler, I hardly know her!
Oh, 2! So we got Jake and we got Sherry. I don't know why Sherry's like sad or whatever.
I don't know why Sherry is sad.
Well, when you go into like the select the game, she's like, she was hunched over. And Jake's like beside her, doing the like leaning against the wall cool pose.
He's such a cool guy.
He's such a cool guy. Wesker's son goes hard. What a dude. He's really reminiscent of like one of those like Cole from Infamous, I think. I think his name's Cole. I don't remember. Infamous 1 and 2. I've never played them. I have them.
Okay, so what I'm going into the campaign.
Yeah,
solo.
Yeah, you go in solo.
Make sure I'm on the right difficulty.
Yeah, you go in solo.
Chapter select?
You can do chapter select, or you can do new game. I'm doing new game plus.
Okay, I don't know. Oh.
And I'll just invite you because it's an online game.
Weird.
Who do you want to be, Jake or Sherry?
No hope. Professional. We flip a coin.
Flip a coin? Okay. I've got a 20-cent piece right here. What do you want to be? What do you... Okay. How is this gonna work?
I'll take... Let's do...
Heads you play as Jake, tails you play as Sherry? I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. Remember that, because I've forgotten what I said.
Heads, I play as Jake.
That was terrible.
Tails, I play as Sherry.
Hold on. Alright. It was heads.
Hell yeah. I wanted to play as Jake the whole time.
Heads. What? Jake. Alright, I get to play as Sherry then. Alright, you start your game. And then I'll invite you because I'm already in professional gaming. And then you can watch, and then like you get the game started, quit out, and then I'll invite you, and then we should both
Am
be
I
in
watching the
professional.
cutscene first, or?
I have a feeling that the cutscene will play because I'm inviting you to a new game anyway.
Sure.
But last time I said that, everything, like, we did not watch the cutscene.
Oh, I skipped the cutscene, so...
It's fine. I'll invite you.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Chris Redfield, it's still open on my screen.
What?
Chris Redfield by Wesker's Bathwater.
Chris
Redfield.
Chris Redfield. Jake! Alright, it's time for peak, I think. I don't actually know. I don't know what to expect from this campaign. Oh my
Hopefully
god.
something better.
Christmas Eve 2012. It's Jake. That's a big ass apple. Huh? Is that man buying apples? Who knows? What the fuck are they doing? They're doing drugs.
Stuff do anything for you yet? Supposed to be some kind of energy booster, but I don't feel any different.
Oh, it's the Yav, whatever his name,
Yeah,
drug.
He's immune to
He's
it,
immune.
right?
More money.
Oh damn.
My apple!
my apple.
A lot more. Pretty sure this wasn't part of the contract.
He's Leon too. Holy shit.
But I am willing to renegotiate.
Jesus Christ.
Discombobulate.
Style. This is what I think Dante is from Devil May Cry.
Yeah. If you want your own head, you gotta sign it with the lady downstairs. Wouldn't recommend it though.
Oh, Ada?
No question.
You hardly know what.
Thank you very much.
3.
You could be the key to saving this world, Jake Mueller.
Jake Mueller.
Mueller, I hardly know what.
Oh, there he goes.
My game crashed.
Fuck you mean your game crashed?
Or it's fine. I don't know. It just minimized to my desktop.
You lose something?
Just my balance. I'm fine.
Who's Jake's fucking voice actor? I
Sherry
don't.
Birkin, the United
Yeah,
States.
good for you, but now's not really the time.
He sounds so familiar. Is it Troy Baker?
We looked it up. Yeah, didn't.
Have
I don't
to-
remember.
Troy Baker?
I can't. I don't remember.
Yeah, because I think it was because Matt Mercer's Leon
Yeah.
and Roger Craig Smith is Chris. I think it was Troy Baker.
Those things
Yeah,
that-
I
Because
also.
we looked this up.
Yeah, we did. I just don't remember. Anyway, welcome to the video
Am I
game.
just gonna
Troops
beat
here.
the shit
We
out
need
of
to get
everyone?
the country without drawing
Oh,
eyebrows.
check me out.
Everything's green.
Grebe.
My god, open your menu with E. It makes a fun sound.
Huh?
Makes a fun sound.
Does make a fun. That is a fun sound. I can confirm. I got a fucking
Oh,
stun rod.
I can't believe I have to take the shift with less hours on Sunday because there's literally no one else that's available to work at my store.
Oh no.
I'm the only person who's able to come in on Sunday.
Yo, is that Chris?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Sucks
god.
to suck. Should I bring up the thing for the emblems?
Yes, you probably should do
Or are
that.
we, I was gonna say, are we caring?
I want to care.
Well, because I need to bring up a different guide, because the one
That's right.
one I was using is broken. Which, you know, unfinished.
Very unfinished, unfortunately.
Jake and Sherry, alright.
We
To
can-
IGN we go.
We can go. We can try it.
Okay. House at the first outside turn to the RPG soldiers has the emblem now. What?
Sick.
IGN! You're meant to be the good guys!
You're meant to be. You were meant to be the chosen one.
Why is it so bad?
That doesn't sound good. Oh yeah, how did... I'm trying to remember. Did I... Ah. So I have the ability to fire 3 bullets or 1 bullet. By yorking
Right.
my gun.
Alright, house at the first outside turn to the RPG soldiers has the emblem now. You got that?
Maybe. we'll find out. This part, I'm assuming. Ow.
Helicopter.
Everyone in your platoon is one of those
BSAA.
Chihuahua now. And you're dressed just like them. Come on, we have to get out of here.
The BSAA.
More like bitch
So it has to be
ass,
like
uh,
American.
something. Yeah.
Assholes. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, radio tower at the first Jake-Sherry separation puzzle. Emblem is before going through the door where Jake comments on the bridge battle.
This circus. You got any popcorn?
Stop gawking, we don't have time.
What the fuck you mean? I wish you could like
Pop
tilt
his
a bit.
head fucking clean off.
Schmoove. Are you fucking kidding me?
Ow.
I'm shooting.
It hit both of us.
Damn. And there ain't any fucking anything. Alright, fuck it. I'm meleeing. Yoink!
That guy has an RPG.
Yep. Confirmed. I can't see anything. Get fucking stunned, idiot! Holy shit, he's dead! I just killed him in one shot!
Ouch.
Whoa!
Ouch.
Grab some cover. We're supposed to get you out of here. in
Oh,
one
I just
piece.
kicked him in the back and he was done.
Yeah. Oh my
Leave
god.
them alone.
What? He's gonna fucking... Where are we even going? I think I just got direct impacted by a fucking rocket launcher. We gotta get out of here. I'm already on
Excuse me,
1
sir, we're
health.
in the
This is
middle of
awesome.
something. Oh. We've been playing for 5 minutes.
We have been playing for 5 minutes and we're already getting assaulted. We don't need to shoot that again, do we?
I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't
Yeah,
trust
that's
this
fair.
game, man.
Yatata, yatata.
Stop gawking, we don't have time.
Oh. That was awesome, actually. I love all of the, like, dynamic fucking takedowns in this game. Alright, you're gonna, like, explode people. Yeah, we take it easy, actually.
Chaos out here.
It is fucking chaos
Grab
out
some
here.
cover. We're supposed to get you out of here in one piece.
One Piece.
Ow.
I don't know what we're supposed to do. Fuck it, I'm just running away. Are you kidding me? Don't explode me.
Ouch.
Just run.
Yeah, I'm in a cutscene.
You're in a cutscene.
Yeah, I
fuck?
fell down. I separated.
Oh, I need you. Wait, I can't get back up? I'm stuck down here?
The fuck? Hello?
I'm just kind of. I can't get back up. I'm stuck
Oh,
in
well.
hole. I hope the emblem's not up there.
Give me a moment. It says radio tower at the first Jake Sherry separation puzzle. Emblem is before going through a door, so just hold on.
Okay. I was just hoping that that wasn't the separation puzzle. Yeah, we have no ammo.
Alright, first things first. I want 200,000 up front, another 200 when this is over. I want BOWs. Those are extra. An additional grand. Each.
I'm not here to hire you.
What? Why are you here?
Your blood.
I'm here to protect you.
What, are you the Red Cross or something?
No, listen, those things that attacked us. They were all exposed to a new virus called the C virus. The same strain that you just took a dose of. It didn't affect you because you've got the antibodies. Right now, we're racing against a global bioterrorist attack and we needed a vaccine yesterday. We need you, Jake. We need
How do you know my name? He's like, should I help
$50
everyone?
million.
What?
Cash. Non-negotiable. That'll get you one pint.
Moody Jake, exactly. A pint of blood? What are you, a vampire?
Vampire, I hardly know her. I'm glad that you can't see the fucking shit ass eating grin on my face. You fall?
I don't know how. I went and grabbed the green herb and I fell. I fell off. I fell
Like
schmoove
they're
off.
expecting us. We're gonna have to shoot our way out.
Agreed.
Oh.
We don't have a choice now.
Okay. Fish. I think that this might be near where the emblem is.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
looking at
I just
I'm
took
looking
that
at
guy
the
the fuck
visual. Buddy.
Nice.
The guy to your head.
You can just use stealth attacks. It's really fun. Like, check this out. I'm fucking Batmaning. Is that it? Is this the separate? Oh, it's right there. I see it. I see it. Come back up.
Up.
Can you come back up?
Uh-huh. It's a ladder. Ladder I hardly
It's
know.
over there. Nice. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. The hell is happening here?
Ow.
You okay? What the fuck? Oh, there's a guy. I saw.
Yeah. There is a guy. Not anymore.
Guy spotted. Can you get past? Okay.
I was trying.
That's why I was like, are you able to get past? I probably need to help you up, don't I?
No, I think there
Oh.
was a hole that I can
You can acrobat up. Acrobat up.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
I can
Sherry,
Assassin's
fucking-
Creed my way over.
Yo, this game.
Why did he do like a triple flip?
There's like Batman stealth sections. There's Assassin's Creed parkour. Ah, I see. I can
Jeez.
kick this ladder down.
This is a death trap.
Here you go.
Better watch my step.
Yeah, better watch your step considering you nearly fell to your death before.
Fuck! I was just casually walking. And what do? I slip on a fucking banana peel.
Better watch my step.
Maybe I shouldn't be ahead of you. Maybe I should be the one in the
Looks
back.
like the BSAA have got their work cut out for them.
Oh shit, it's the bridge attack.
Last I checked, my employers
You
had a
remember
train
this?
parked on the other side of the river. Only
I
way the
remember.
BSAA are leaving that bridge again.
Uh-oh.
The next emblem says bathroom area.
More resilient than you can imagine.
Throw a grenade? I ain't throwing no grenade to get a fucking emblem. What do you mean?
What do you mean grenade? Why am I shooting 3 bullets in one? What do you mean throw a grenade?
I'm just reading the guide. The guide says throw a grenade to get the next emblem. Like...
As if we know where the fuck the emblem is. Have a pole. Do some acrobatics. I want to watch you do this.
Yippee!
Oh shit. He's bowling.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Hmm?
I am not... Okay.
I was just casually going through and it just randomly cuts to you falling to your death.
I shot the platform out from underneath me.
Oh, I see. Well, don't do that again. Bad idea. Don't get your platform shot at from underneath.
What the hell? Not one of those roided out freaks, you morons!
There we go. There's more of you.
I love when the camera changes and I have to constantly adjust what fucking button I'm pressing to
Yeah, it's
change
not
the fucking
fun.
direction I'm running in.
Ooh, there's more of them.
But yeah, the BSAA chopper just got shot down by a guy with a missile launcher.
Yeah. Where do these guys keep fucking coming from? This is sick as-
house.
Oh hey, there's some goodies over here. I killed a bunch of people.
Goodies.
Yeah, I killed like a bunch of
me.
people. Like maybe like 10. 10 people.
10! Alright, bro.
There were like 10 people here. I killed them all.
It was
Most-
like 10 people. I killed them and I didn't even get shot. And I dodged the bullets like Matrix style. And then a dragon flew in.
And then
I
Freddy
rode out of
Five-
the
Oh wait, that's a guy in a turret.
What do you think? Fight or flight?
There's too many of them. I'm gonna go with flight.
What do you mean there's too many of them? Shit easy.
Oh, I found the door.
Maybe. Maybe. It might be easy. Stop shooting me, dude. I am out of bullet. I can't. I fucking can't right now.
Get to the door. Ow.
I'm like falling downstairs backwards because of these bitches. Where am I getting fucking shot from? He's not even looking at me. Oh, okay, you know what? Maybe fight or flight was the better idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm here at the door already.
Well, I'm currently being shot at by like 20 people. I'm probably going to die.
Ah, you're fine.
Never mind. I'm on like 1 and a bit health with like 3 bullets to my name. Wonderful.
All right, where to?
Oh my god, it's this guy. Crushing it? Yeah, maybe. I remember this guy.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, no shit.
Fun. Shit.
Those are explosive tanks in the doorway.
Yeah. Look at this dude. Ah, so he's after Jake. Why are you shooting at his arm, idiot? It's metal.
Eat this.
Eat this.
He really is Leon 2.0.
Thanks for the warning.
What warning, dude? Okay.
Okay, we go with your plan.
We run. Is this a chase sequence? Fuck's sake.
Son of a bitch, he's strong.
This is so awkward. I
Crash
don't like this
Bandicoot.
camera angle. Like,
Yeah.
the worst camera angle for a chase sequence.
Okay, here we go. Better? Is this better?
It's nothing.
Yump.
Yump! I can't even see what's going on. What am I
Always
doing?
Something with women.
What?
Why are women catching strays from Jake?
I was really hoping. Bow, idiot. Okay, I have a feeling that the next one's like in here somewhere.
He's tracking
Yeah.
us. Well, technically you.
How do you know that? How are you aware of this?
Because I have
Goodbye.
the guide up.
No, not you. She was like, he's tracking you. Like, how do you know that? Oh, there's an herb right there.
Okay, I have a feeling it's up.
Let's find out. Boost me. There's some red. Oh yeah, it's right. It's in this corner.
Okay. Can you lift me up? Oh
Um.
no, I just am getting ready to jump.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
where is it?
It's in the corner opposite me right now.
Okay, so right where I literally can't fucking see.
No, the other one. Yep, that corner. Can you throw a grenade?
I have a grenade? I don't have a grenade. I have a remote bomb.
Oh, well, that's great.
Throw a grenade. I
Oh,
don't
just-
have a grenade.
Okay, that's fine. That's why it said throw a grenade. I don't know. Can I explode this?
Oh,
I got it
did
for
you
me.
just explode yourself?
Kind of, yeah.
I don't,
I don't know how to help you here. But it's in, like... Because I can't lift you up.
How far in the corner is it? Like, is it...
It's like... It's like it leaning against the wall. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Ugh. Is there literally nothing? A remote bomb?
I have a remote bomb. It died, but, like, I have to get up there to place it.
Yeah. Well, there's some more stuff here. You might find a grenade.
No, just skill points.
I hate skill points so much.
If you,
What if you
if
place
you
a...
looked at any of the guides and see this on Sherry's screen, you can actually use a flashbang to get it for Jake. You can find one in the other room to the right. Huh?
You can get a flashbang? Can you hit it with a flashbang?
Apparently.
Okay, well, it is literally in this corner. Like, you see where the wall intersects here? If you... Oh, where are
Yeah,
you?
like it's right in the corner.
Yeah. I'm sure you could give it a shot. Like, do you have a flash grenade?
No. That's why I'm confused.
I've got 2. I wish I could help. Well, we'll probably have to come back for this, and you get to play Sherry this time.
Why would you put things in places where only one character can get them? So stupid, dude.
Replayability.
Look, we can get out there.
This place looks like it's gonna collapse too. Somebody ought to call the building inspector.
Yeah. Boy, it's even colder in here than it was
We kicked the
outside.
door off its hinges, and it is now back in place.
That's awesome.
So I was like, well, what if we
Hey!
find something in here?
Flash grenades.
So helpful.
Well, I have a feeling that we're gonna have to flash this dude. Because it's gonna be like a small boss fight or whatever. Probably. I'd have to guess. I thought that was Ada for a second.
Found us.
These assholes have anything better to do?
LMAO. I mean, do we know where the other emblem is? Oh, there's a gun up here.
After the battle with the big guy,
Which
go
is
through an
later.
underground passage with mannequins and exit to a courtyard. At the doorway to the courtyard, stop at the threshold. Look straight ahead. The emblem is on the ruined building in front of you.
Don't look at me. Oh, there's so much like ammo and stuff in this area though.
Elephant killer.
Yo? Elephants? That's a magnum. Jesus Christ. Why do we already have the magnum? Come on. Asshole. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Yo, why are these guys just like dying like fireworks? Because I have a feeling as soon as we like activate the big fucking like door that's there, the big guys are gonna come right through the door and we're gonna have to fight him in this little area.
Probably.
You breaking shit in here? Without me?
Yeah.
Alright.
Freaking stuff.
Yep. There it is. Oh, he did like a little laugh.
I don't
Oh,
think
boy.
he's too keen on us leaving.
We'll just have to get over it then, huh?
Just like shoot a bunch of explosive barrels. What? Who the fuck is that? Oh boy.
He's gonna bring the fucking building down.
Probably.
You're not taking Jake.
Did I kill him a bit? Oh. I don't know if I'm like hitting him with these. Uh-oh. Is he lobbing grenades? Elephant killer.
You haven't forgotten about my $50 million.
Talk to my boss. Make it out of here alive.
What the fuck was that?
Die, idiot. Oh yeah, he loves you so much.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to just run him into pillars and shit and hope that...
I was gonna say, I can take him out. Oh, get parried! That was sick as hell. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Get I wanted to kick him. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Run away, run away.
What's wrong, asshole? Losing your nerve?
Alright, are there any other... What the fuck? He dodged me? I didn't know that was possible. What the hell did I just... Are there any other, like, explosive? I don't see any more explosive barrels. Okay, you are mad at me now. Yeah. Oh, upstairs, upstairs. Can you get this guy upstairs?
I can try.
We both run up. Oh my god, the camera. We can get this guy upstairs. Oh god, I fell down. Ooh. There's explosive barrels up here. Yep, yeah, he's coming up. Nice.
Good son of a bitch!
Oh. Explosive barrels.
Floor time.
Oh.
I swear, this mission gets harder by the minute. But at least you're still safe. We've got a lot riding on us.
Well, well.
3 years ago, I thought I was gonna die in the jungle of South America. Enemy had us surrounded. Before I knew it, everyone on my team was dead. I'd lost my gun in the scramble. This bastard comes at me with a knife. Probably thought I wasn't even worth a bullet.
Why are you telling me this?
Dying on a blade is the last way you want to go. Ugh, it's a bitch. Looks like me. We don't get a say in how we die. It's just how it goes.
It's kind of what you signed up for, isn't it?
Dying for money is one.
Oh, the
that's my
mannequin.
choice. But dying for no good reason.
Yeah.
doesn't
I
sit
see.
Right with me. So, you want to tell me what that big freaking behemoth was and why he's trying to kill me?
That thing is just like the Juazo, a bioorganic weapon created with the C virus. He's being used by a terrorist organization called Neo Umbrella.
Bro, why do you know all this?
They want to study the antibodies in your blood, and they don't care if you're dead or alive.
Have you found the
Better off as a mercenary.
thing?
I'm not gonna let anything
The
happen
thing?
to you.
The
The
emblem?
world needs you.
No, not
No,
me.
it's outside.
Just my blood.
Oh.
Well, the world can have it. If someone ponies up the dough.
See?
Oh
There it
yeah,
is.
right fucking there. Wow, I love missing my shot.
Oh, what a lovely wide open area. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Hey, I remember this place. Kick his ass.
I missed.
Don't worry, I got him. We are bowling hard.
True.
Is it time for big fuckers? It's time for
Jerry
Chris
Bucket,
Redfield.
National Security.
There he is!
Sherry Birkin, you were in Raccoon City.
Fish!
How do you know that?
Claire,
Wait. Are you Chris?
my sisters told me all about you.
Chris, the man is a wanted insurgent.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a mercenary, but right now he's under the protection of the US government. He's no threat to the PSAA.
Unless someone pays me to be.
What did you just say?
Mm-hmm.
What? Nothing.
HQ to Alpha Team. Reinforcements are unable to land due to anti-aircraft artillery. Take them out.
You ready to have fun with this section again?
Bogey on radar. It's heading right for you.
Lord Bogey.
We'll talk later. Right now, you need to find cover.
Alpha team, come in. This is Echo.
Help the
Those
BSAA.
aircraft turrets are holding us at bay.
Roger that, Echo. We'll take care of them for you.
Alright, I remember this section. I fucking hate it.
Our first target's over here!
Chris! We'll give you a hand!
Chris.
Out of the question! You need to get to safety!
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself. You need the help.
Christ. The chances of survival were higher when I was a soldier of fortune.
Fuck you, buddy. Did I get him? I think I did.
Oh my god. Fuck off!
What the fuck? Where the fuck did you come from, dickhead? Can I use this, please? Button. I'm trying to do my
Yeah, fuck
best.
him up first.
Oh, achievement.
I'm setting charges on the anti-aircraft guns now! It's gonna take a while! See if you can buy me some time!
Ow.
Oh.
Yeah, no, bro punched me. Bro punted me. I'll be fine.
I don't think I'm gonna. I was gonna say I can't
Maybe?
get to you.
Uh-oh. No, I'm not. There was a guy and I was not able to move out of the way.
Yeah, there was no way I was getting to you in time.
No. Oh, I thought I was fine, but then a guy started shooting at me. Alright,
Team, come in. This is Echo.
remember we gotta take out those fuck-ass anti-aircraft turrets.
Roger that, Echo. We'll take care of them for you.
And I will head back up here.
Our first target's over here!
Oh my god. Hi,
Give
Yuri.
you a hand.
Out of the
Oh, you made
question.
it.
You need to get to safety!
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself. You need the help.
Fuck you, buddy. Okay, do you remember how to get into any of these fucking places?
No.
Good, me either. How did you get into, like, the middle? I never was able to get into this little area.
No idea.
I just remember going up this center where you are now. Oh. Hey, buddy.
I'm setting charges on the anti-aircraft guns now, but it's gonna take a while. See if you can buy me some time. I need you to distract that giant BOW. I can't work with that BOW around.
Chris, we'll take care of one of those big ones.
Thanks for volunteering me for the job.
Oh shit!
Yeah, take that, bitch. But that didn't feel good.
Where are these guys fucking coming from?
I'm setting the charges now. I need you to distract that giant BOW.
I
I
am.
can't work with that BOW around.
I don't know why I'm shooting this with my Magnum. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'm setting the charges now.
Is it dead? No. Oh, wait, we killed it. Wow, that's so much easier. Yippee, sludge. Oh, I take damage? Don't walk in the sludge. Bad idea.
No sludge. Noted.
Yeah, you get
Just need a little more
sludge
time.
take damage. Is it this door?
The charges are set. Everyone get back.
I just want to know how you get in the middle section.
Only 2 guns left.
Okay, head to the next target.
Where the fuck is this next target?
I don't know, there's no like objective waypoint.
I don't know how you get into the center. Because the anti-air is like in the big tower in the center. But I have no idea how you get inside. Oh, okay, here we go. It's just they decide to open the door. Ow. Get up, Sherry. Alright. I'm working on... Oh, you're in here too. Take
I'm
that.
setting charges on the anti-aircraft guns now. It's gonna take a while. See if you can buy me some time. Just need a little more time.
Get out of here, dude. Quick shot. Okay. Alright, I think I've dealt with these guys. Or not? Are there more? Oh my god. Alright. Okay, yeah. Go back. I'm surprised I lived
One gun
that.
left. There's another giant BOW closing in at your location.
There it is, the second one.
Two hearts. Alpha, prepare to engage.
Sewer? No.
Sewer, I hardly know it.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Only one to go. Everyone into that underground passage.
It was correct. Hell yeah. We are fucking bowling. Ugh. You good, dude? Piers! Move! What's with Resident Evil games and making their people run, like AI run into walls? Oh my. Ooh, red herb. I love just walking through all of this. Like, it's so easy because they're just clearing it out for us. And there's so much 9mm. Hell yeah.
I have 91 9mm ammo.
Yeah, there is a lot of 9mm. I have 141. Or 42.
Whoa.
Oh boy. What? How did you hit me from there? That's annoying. Eee. Tic-tac time. Oh, there's fucking snipers. Again.
Ow.
Alright, this is fine.
Oh! I got shot down
Oh.
the stairs.
I just got hit by a truck.
Oh.
The fuck was that?
Oh.
The fuck was that? What just happened there?
Good job, Alpha. One gun left.
Oh, at least we're over here.
Bonk.
Guys, fucking move! Where the hell was that sniper just there? Alright.
I'm setting charges on the anti-aircraft guns now, but it's gonna take a while. See if you can find more time.
Oh god. You might want to move, dude. That's what I got hit by before.
I'm not up there.
We gotta shoot this
I don't know
guy.
if I'm gonna be able to get up there in time. No, don't jump down the ladder! Fuck.
Oh my god.
Damn
His
it.
head.
I was almost able to do a thing, but I accidentally hit spacebar and jumped down the ladder instead of, you know, doing the thing that I wanted to do.
Am I luring him over? I'd like to. Hey, buddy.
Setting
What?
up charges now.
I just got headshot.
There we go.
I'm hoping that I'm gonna be
Wait.
alive. Oh, you're up. You're on him. Nice.
Yep.
I remember this. Asshole, I can snipe you too, buddy.
Charges are set. Everyone get back.
Think I'm helping?
All anti-aircraft guns have been silenced. Nice work, Alpha. But you're not out of the woods yet. Echo Team can't land until you take care of that other VOW. We'll try to hit it from the air. See if it has
Shoot him in the
any
ass.
weaknesses. Targeting those exposed organs. Fire at will.
I was gonna say, I can't shoot him. He's dead! Oh my god, this guy behind me.
Good work out there, Alpha. Echo Team will be landing shortly.
Hey, get
Get out.
goofy, bro.
We did it. Woo! Chapter 1.
Coordinates.
Thank you so much for your
I
help.
think.
Hey. Hey.
Do I know you?
We met?
Who are you?
You jarheads all look the same to me, pal. Sorry.
You've got to be kidding me. My mistake. Have a safe flight.
Have a safe flight. Yippee! I mean, that was fun. Is it over?
Yes. But there's something I need to run by you. Mr. Mueller is requesting compensation for his cooperation. $50 million. Yes. Yes, I understand. I'll let him know.
Futuristic phone.
You got a deal?
Yes. We have a deal.
Well, that was easy.
Easiest $50 billion of my life.
By the way,
What's your name?
that guy that you're all
Oh.
chummy with back there.
You mean Chris?
That's the one.
What about him?
Forget it.
Oh. Oh my. What
was
fucking now? Is it gonna be the fuck ass dude?
Let's go with something bad. Here it comes.
Says goodies at the back of the train, plane. Oh yeah,
It's
no,
the
it's
back row,
fucking
the front.
asshole.
Oh, don't crash. That's not up to us. We're not flying the plane.
Can't get 50 million.
This thing is after you two, ain't it?
Yeah. You don't say.
I didn't mean to put you in danger!
Hello. That's a grenade. Oh, that's over. We're gonna crash. Is this there's no way that this is like, this is scripted. Why are we shooting?
Jump to the next chopper!
What?
What are you waiting
Fuck
for?
it. Oh, I
Jake!
I need to, I apparently just need your help to jump across. Can I help you or not? Oh. How did he get here? Oh. How do I don't think I can help you. Oh no, I can help you. Just not right now. Get back here, dude. How did he hit me with that shit? Stray ass bullet.
He's locked onto us!
Oh.
This is getting a little crazy, even for me.
Can't take any more hits. Gotta shoot the missiles down.
I should have read the fine print before signing up for this.
Am I even hitting him? Oh, yes I am.
Stay put, you son of a bitch!
Take away his option. Shoot the choppers down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good idea.
That's your own helicopter, asshole!
Isn't this like the second time we've fallen out of a helicopter?
Yeah.
Look, parachutes.
Oh, okay.
It gave me the option to press spacebar, and I pressed spacebar, and it didn't do anything.
I think I pressed it too late. I don't know what happened. Like, how was I supposed to know that there was going to be parachutes all of a sudden?
That's your own helicopter, asshole!
Okay.
Look, parachutes.
There's no way that she could fucking hang on to him. Oh. They're dead. Let's go. Oh, come on. We take these. What a video game.
Discovered the hidden storage room.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Successfully inputted commands at the exact moment.
What does that mean? Tripped a running enemy.
Okay. Why? Stop minimizing my game!
Game go bye-bye.
No.
Bye-bye.
No, don't do it.
No, 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 please. No, no, no. No, please. Please, no. That's Chris. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Oh! Oh my god!
What do I do?
Pull it out.
No, you'll bleed to death.
Please.
say I didn't.
This is where we learn that Sherry's got regenerative powers or some shit.
I think so. Jesus. Yep, there it is.
What the hell? You want to tell me what the hell just happened?
She survived Raccoon City for a reason.
Story.
Yeah, maybe it's your blood they should be testing for vaccines.
They already did. More than I can stand.
Oh my god, my phone.
What are you doing?
The data's gone.
What data?
Your data. Your blood analysis, your genome, everything that we need to make a vaccine.
No, I mean everything I need to get my 50 million.
Let's go find it.
Come on, Supergirl. Let's get looking.
I had all your intel saved on a handful of data chips. We've got to
Oh
find
boy.
them.
I can't
Middle
see
of a snowstorm?
shit.
Really want me to work for that money, don't you?
Anyway.
I'm running away from you.
What? Look out.
Hey, look. There's a shack up there. Finally, a little luck.
Okay.
No
first
fucking
we got the
way.
data, then we'll take shelter there.
No fucking way that there's just a
Data you
random
can find?
shack. There's a map!
Me, isn't it?
Mini
There are
map!
3 data chips.
What the fuck? Why did it take so long?
Locator will pinpoint each one's position.
Okay, we find your gear, and then I brew us up a nice hot pot of coffee.
Ooh. A nice hot
That's
pot
an
of
awfully hot coffee pot. Whatever Eminem said.
coffee. Where are the emblems? Are they scattered in this?
So the
snow-
first one is near there's a crane, which is one of the spots
Yeah, alright.
where
Ooh, a
one
gun.
of them is, and then
A sniper
there's
rifle.
another one up near the cabin.
Okay. So there's one near a crane and one near the cabin. Interesting. Yes, I love being able to see. What the fuck is this? Snowstorm. Oh my god, there's a
surely just
there's a
like
guy.
pushed you up there and shit.
There's a guy. He got gun. Oh. No, there is a guy like approaching our location.
Okay. Where?
Right behind us. Right here.
What are these nasty looking things?
They're
Get
Juano,
suplexed.
and they're encased in a cocoon.
Ooh,
When they
sniper
hatch,
rifle.
Well, isn't pretty.
When they hatch.
So glad I was immune to that shit they gave us.
I love that I can barely fucking
What
see
the
them.
fuck is going on with their model? I got him.
What nerd?
Nice.
There goes all my ammo.
Did you get the sniper rifle?
Yep.
Sick. I can't see anything in this game. What the fuck?
Ugh.
What was the point of hitting
Oh
this
my
there?
god.
Oh, you're just over here. Awesome.
This little thing is
Oh.
full of data on me, huh? 2 left. Better hurry before I freeze my ass off.
Crane. How did it get over here? And how did it survive the impact?
It's just cool like that.
Another guy! Oh, I just kicked him in the fucking dick! Oh, not these fuckers.
Stay down!
Stay down!
Oh!
There we go. There's another. Oh, I just killed him. That was awesome. Awesome. Get up, Sherry. I love being able to shoot things that I can't fucking see. Oh. Bitch.
Where the fuck do we even go? I hate... It's like a fucking maze.
Yep.
How do we get up there? Why am I up here? What's the point in me being up here?
Is that where we came from? Oh no.
No. Oh my god, I can't see shit.
Got a guy on a snowmobile?
Oh, I'm sliding. Okay, where am I going? Hello? Where the fuck am I?
I don't know.
I'm all the way back down here. What the fuck?
There we go.
I'm so confused. I don't understand where I'm meant to be going.
I'm sliding. Hello? Can I get up? Where am I going? What? There's a guy here the whole time? Where did you go? Ah! What the hell was that?
I
Why
don't
am
know,
I-
man. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know.
I don't know where you are.
I don't even... Like, I don't... This is not enjoyable. Like...
Where the fuck do all these people keep coming from? I'm just getting assaulted. I can't see anything. my god, you're here. I'm trying to
Where
climb
the
this.
fuck is here?
Well, we gotta climb this slope. I've been trying to climb this slope like the entire time, but I keep getting assaulted by like 12 different people. Every time. Alright. Hop on.
What the fuck? Where did you get that?
I can't go back.
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Ow! I'm
I
dead now. I'm
I-
dead. Thanks.
What?
Thanks,
What was
Wyatt.
I supposed to do? You
You
were
fucking ran me over with a ski-mobile.
I know, but how was I supposed to know that you were going to be sliding on the floor as I was literally going up? Like, you were sliding towards me. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Did they all fall down? Thank
Yep.
god. I hate dealing with these people in low visibility. Sucks. Where the fuck did you go? Like, where were you going?
I
Oh.
don't know. I don't know what happened.
You just went... Aren't you going literally the way we just came from? Isn't this where we came from? No.
I ended up there, and then there was like a fucking... like a hole. There was a hole that I crawled through, and then I slid down. It took me all the fucking way back down to the bottom of the mountain.
Okay. I don't know. I don't really know. I'd love to be able to see anything. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. There is a hole. Interesting. What if I go up this way? This must be where you came from.
No, don't fucking slide down! Why is there no way to stop this from happening?
I sure could use a break about
Don't
now.
know.
But finding that data is priority one.
For fuck's sake.
Okay. We're gonna get up there somehow.
What the? Why does he keep jumping like that?
Believe me, I wish I knew. I love cameras.
Why are there more guys on the mountain all of a sudden?
Go.
I just killed a
Sherry,
fuckload
why
of them.
Yeah, that was the problem I was having.
And why can I not kill the guy on the fucking snowmobile?
No. Why did you do that, Sherry? This is gonna take like 3 hours. Alright, I killed the guy on the snowmobile.
Yeah, I'm up the mountain now. There's another guy.
Okay, well, I'm on my way.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
love being able to see anything. Alright. Oh yeah, get hit by the fucking snowmobile while I can't see anything.
Okay, one more to go. I think it'll be a real pain in the ass to find.
Oh, I found the emblem.
Yeah?
I literally have no ammo left.
Oh my god, why is this guy a fucking bug?
It's in the cabin of the crane.
Where's the fucking crane?
It's right there. It's
Oh.
the thing with the lights.
This is a digger. This isn't a crane.
Oh, whatever the fuck it is.
Hi.
The guide says crane.
That is definitely not a crane. Excavator.
And I can barely fucking see, so...
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. I really don't like this mission. I would prefer not to play it again. If we can help it.
Did you get it?
The emblem? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now where the fuck do we go?
Across this bridge, probably. We're aiming... Can you see, like, the key thing on the map? Like...
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking barely.
That's where we're aiming for. Ah, yes, some crates that are no lighting.
Oh, there's the other emblem.
Huh? Other emblem over
On
here.
top of the... On top of the thing. On top of the radio tower.
Oh, it is so hidden. It's not glowing.
No. Can barely fucking see anything.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Come inside, grab some things.
Yeah, thanks for the help. Now let's get out of this cold.
There he is. I was waiting for it.
Yep. I actually can't see because bro like just expands. Alright,
Okay, now what?
we go down and we go up that ladder from before. Wonder if we can like just jump. You know? Can we just like jump here? Because we just gotta go down. I'm hoping that there's somewhere to jump down from. I guess not. Follow me, I know where I'm going, ish. First things first. Great. I hate skill points so fucking much. Alright, now. We gotta go back down, and then we go back around.
Slide down the fucking mountain.
Yep. Unfortunately, that is it.
Surprised it hasn't thrown a million more dudes at us.
I know. Yippee!
Hello, is it gonna let me slide?
I slide.
No? Am I just gonna fucking run all the way down?
I slid.
Why are you not making me slide now? There we go.
Right click? Yeah. Alright, and then we gotta go. How do I get there exactly? Up. Where's the ladder there? Now. Oh, what the fuck? Was there a ladder there the whole time? Go in the hole. Is there shit in the hole?
There was a red herb. I
the fuck?
spammed R and I got it.
You got it? I didn't even know that
Yeah.
there... I have no inventory because I've got 10 remote bombs.
Oh yeah?
Why the fuck do I have 10? Don't go that way. Not that way.
Oh.
Back where we came.
This is awful.
Sky Rose. Yeah, no, this is a terrible... I can't see anything. Call me T-Sky? Nice. I will do that. How are you going? This guy going to jump out? Of course. I want nothing.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did he glitch the fuck out for you too?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a glitch. Like, that was a funny glitch. Doing well, how are you? Well, we're kind of suffering. But doing okay. This game's not good. Oh shit, a lighter. Gotta wait it out. See that? Because I've beat this
I'll go
game
get
too
help
many
and take them
times.
further to the rendezvous.
Oh, wait!
Damn. Snowstorm. Yeah, this game's
This is the plot of like 50 romance novels.
fair enough. Not gonna say what happens. Well, we've beaten the first two campaigns. So we know, like, the general idea.
So, you always been like that? You know, the whole healing thing?
My dad was a scientist. He was working on BOWs when I was exposed.
Yeah, he created the Raccoon City incident.
With the vaccine before it was too late. But the virus adjusted and adapted. It's been a part of me ever since.
What happened to your father?
Well, about
His
that.
research killed him.
This guy called
Actually
Leon.
died. His body had mutated so much, he wasn't even recognizable.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
That's alright. Besides, I didn't walk out of it empty-handed.
Yeah, you got superpowers.
That's not what I meant. The people who saved me, Leon and Claire,
Yes.
are the closest friends I've ever had.
Claire is that BSAA guy's sister, right?
They risked their lives for me back in Raccoon City. I guess I'm still just trying to live up to their example. Never giving up. No matter the odds.
Awesome. Well,
Speaking of odds,
oh boy, shootout in the
we
cabin.
got some party crashers. This cabin's invitation only.
Fuck. Every time I hear this dude, I'm just like, yeah, this dude's Leon. You fucking mind?
We're surrounded!
I hate this.
Hey, get out.
Oh, the roof.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
That's not good. Come out. Check me the fuck out. Oh, come on!
Let her go.
What the fuck was that?
Crunch.
Oh, you killed it.
Uh-oh.
Those are fucking explosives. Oh my... I'm dead. I'm dead as hell. Can't... I actually... Don't. I'm literally trying to reload! Oh. Fucking... Sherry. Turn the right direction. Can I reload, please? What the fuck is this? Oh, snowmobiles. Oh, okay.
It's an avalanche. Let's get out of here.
Is there a emblem anywhere here? We need to leave.
Yeah,
Was that a yes?
It says during the snowmobile avalanche, after the first cutscene leap, you will head down the mountain on a wide plain. As Sherry, the bot Jake, will say something like, "Keep up your speed, I don't want to be buried here." As you near a set of small jumps. It's like a whole fucking thing. I can't read it right now.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Let's get out of here.
Told them to keep the noise down.
Let's get out of here. Let's go. Is this like actual snowmobile? Oh, fuck off. Oh, there's like skill points on the track, I guess. Oh,
What
okay,
the
bye.
fuck? What the fuck?
You tried to do a sick jump.
I didn't. I just fell off the fucking edge. Because it opened up and I didn't realize, I guess. I don't like that there's skill points and you still have to, like, click to...
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Going. Anyway, I don't hate you.
Oh, great. That helps.
Oh no. Go right.
Also, how the fuck do you aim in this thing? I don't think you can. Oh, sorry.
It said after the first cutscene jump.
Oh,
It's
that's
on, like,
probably...
a little outcrop somewhere, apparently.
What? I apparently ran into the fucking avalanche.
You jumped.
I don't know. Do we have to run, like, into it then? I don't know.
Yeah, I
There's-
think so.
We can't, like, aim. Oh, God. Oh, I thought I just died.
I have no idea where it's meant to be.
Me either.
Keep your speed up.
Was that
Wanna
it?
be buried out here.
I don't know. No, we haven't done, like, a jump yet.
Okay. I don't even know what happened. I didn't get hit by anything. I just died.
Yeah. I don't really like, there's no indication of where the avalanche is, apart from fucking trees tumbling down. But sometimes you don't get hit by
In the
anything.
middle, about 50 meters before the next waypoint, which is the entrance to the tunnel and initiates a checkpoint.
Okay.
I don't want to be buried out here.
I would assume that. Okay.
I literally can't even see anything hitting me.
Where? Like, obviously, I have no idea what's going on your screen. So, I have no idea how to help you, I guess?
Keep your speed up. I don't want to be buried out here.
Oh, yeah, no, I see it. And, oh, yeah. Need to go way further right. I saw it that time. But I could definitely see what was about to hit me there. I just couldn't get out of the way. They don't give you enough time to get out of the way.
Oh, I just smacked into a tree.
Oh, it's over. RIP you. I literally don't think you can make it back in time.
Keep your speed up. I don't want to be buried out here.
See, I definitely was there before. Oh my god, I see it.
It's not. No.
No.
Bye.
How the fuck were we supposed to know?
You've
Unless
gotta
we die
start
here.
slowly, like all the way down.
Oh, there's the checkpoint. Fuck off. What the hell?
This is not a good idea.
This is not.
This is
how
not an avalanche.
avalanche look.
Where the fuck do we go?
What?
I don't know where I'm going. What the hell was that?
This is not a good idea.
I'm just gonna keep going forward? No? Where do I go?
Maybe we need to slow down and wait for the ice to move.
I have no idea.
This is not a good idea.
Okay.
I feel like consistently going right is the best idea, right? Because like every time we go like to the left, we die. So maybe just like try to hug the right wall. Because I somehow lived longer that time. Lol, death. Hi, Nug. I don't know what we're doing. And there you go. This has been the last, like, 30 minutes. You're residing in the evils. We're trying to. It's not going very well.
This is not a good idea.
Ooh. Oh, I figured it out.
What the fuck?
I'm going the right way. Are you following me?
Yes! There's
Okay.
only one way to go.
I don't see. I have no idea what's going on.
Game wag. I'm doing.
I know,
the thing.
but I-
It's just, this game is
The-
dog shit.
I don't know how to help you.
The fact that we are so consistently dying in like the same places.
Yippee! Oh, spacebar. We're not even done.
Okay?
We're not even done with this fuck-ass
Don't worry
chapter.
about me. I'm built like a tank.
Fine, I won't.
Why the fuck
Let's
is
go.
there just an emblem in the middle of that chase sequence? Right before a checkpoint, too.
Yeah, that's just it's fucked up.
Who thought that was a good idea? Alright. Let's go want to kill ourselves more. I was about to say that is a nice
I wonder
sound.
how deep this mine goes.
Bats. Proud of you both. I've had enough of this fuck ass game. Oh my god. Why did we have to crank that?
Soldier boy.
Why is he still here?
Why is he just standing there, like, looking all cool and shit?
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's just a normal man.
Who the fuck was that?
E-card.
Soldier boy.
Christ. What does it take to kill that thing?
Avoid being spotted? Yeah, cool.
Those bugs to sniff us out. Be careful.
Stealth section. There's a fucking stealth section in this game.
Resident Evil 5 moment.
Why is there a stealth section now? I wish I could see. Bug. Oh, okay, awesome.
Oh.
This fucking takes so much. This game ass. Oh, it's turning around.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
But it doesn't come far enough out that we can get in there and then get past it.
No, I know. That's why I was like, is it? What is? I don't get it. Can we do you think if we shoot it, we'll die?
Yeah, probably.
I don't get it. Ooh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Alright, you know what?
It literally doesn't come out far enough for this to do anything. What's even the fucking point?
I don't know. Hey, am I about to get fucking...
Shit, found us.
I feel like it's just... Oh! I see! It's a stealth section, and we have to get spotted.
Kill us if he finds us.
I understand. I understand. I get it. We gotta run to the nearest thing so we don't die.
Quick, hide!
Okay. You should have gotten in this
Can I
one.
get in the fucking thing? I tried.
Uh-oh. Don't open. Okay. What the fuck? Don't, no, I was about to say don't get out.
Why? He's gone.
I always thought there was gonna be a bug there. Because I heard one. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god, it let me stealth kill the bug?
You could just do that. Back up, back up.
I'm just killing the bugs.
What the hell?
And gaming.
Now, go down, probably.
Unless you want some big skill.
Oh, no, I'm already down. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck big skill. Alright. Look, that was easier than I thought it would be.
Well, if I had known at the beginning that I could just kill the bugs.
Jeez, this guy doesn't listen.
Yeah. Oh. How does he not see her fucking hand?
Can move fast for something that size.
Why? Stop talking! Shut the fuck up!
It's okay, apparently he can't hear or fucking see us.
What? Oh my god, look at all of these things. We're playing fucking
That's
Batman.
okay, 'cause we can just kill them now.
We can stealth kill them, yes. We're playing fuck-ass Batman.
Shit, he found us.
Quick, hide!
Choose which one.
Okay.
What?
I can't go in the other one, it had trash in it.
Okay. Interesting. We're probably fine, right? Chris sakes?
Chris?
Why I gotta wait to get out? For you to get out. Nice.
Herb stomped the fucking bug.
Le bug. Oh, okay, there's nowhere else to go.
I'll just wait for it to come back down.
Get out of here. Ooh. Alright.
Oh,
Where's
the
this-
emblem. Turn around.
I was about to say,
We're gonna
where's
have to
the next
We
fucking
have to
emblem?
shoot it, which is probably gonna alert him, right?
Can we just, like, press B immediately?
He's found us.
Hide before he comes.
Surely we can get in and press V? Press V? Huh. Checkpoint!
Okay.
That worked. Perfect. Flawless. Flawless execution. That's not flawless. Great, another chase sequence.
Run!
Just hold down.
I can't see where I'm going!
I also can't see.
Hello?
I don't know. I just found a
Oh,
ladder.
there was a ladder there? What?
Yeah, I know. I just randomly pressed space and found a ladder.
Oh my god. This game sucks ass.
Yep. Oh, we're here. Great. We're gonna press this button. Oh, I'm gonna go over here, activate it, and he's gonna be like, kill. Yep, there he is. Oh, the phone.
We can't go anywhere without that key.
Is he just staring at us? Oh, gun. Multiple action. No, these are remote bombs. These are not guns. Can he see us?
We're gonna distract him with the bombs, I guess. Maybe he's blind and he's going by
Sound?
audio.
Maybe. Maybe it is for this
If I throw a
section.
grenade.
Don't. Did you place a bomb?
No.
Alright, I'm going to.
Okay.
Over there. And then I'll explode it. And then we run to the keycard. What's over here? There's like a whole ladder area. can boost me up if you want. I don't know what's up there. I don't know what this is.
Well, let's find out.
Is there any point? I can jump down. Oh my god, I can sneak around! Oh! I could get it without blowing up the bomb. I just need to, you know, go for it before he finds me. I just need to wait.
I mean, you could also set the bomb off
I could.
and then just run for it. Just, can you get back up, or are you gonna have to...
Why do I have to press space? Yeah, I can get back up.
You have to pull it out of his cold, dead hands.
Mine keycard.
Quiet,
Easy.
he'll hear you.
He'll hear you. We rolled. Well, that was easy. I don't use remote mines anyway. Click. What if we just opened the door and let him go through? Like, yeah, I know this is the only way out, but what if we just, like, got him to go the other way? I love having 3 remote bombs that I'm
My
never
god,
gonna use.
another one.
Second door just dropped. That's why. Don't worry,
It's
I'm cranking
angry.
that. Let's go.
Crank it quicker, soldier.
A third!
It'd be cool if I didn't get stopped in a fucking cutscene every 2 minutes in this game.
Yeah. Oh. Where's the... Is there an X emblem?
No, that was the last one.
Thank God. Open the door. Yeah, this is a great way to expand the time. You know? Enhance gameplay by cranking some fucking valves.
Crank it.
Come on. Why did I run the other way? Oh, we're about to drill this dude. Oh, okay.
This'll stop him?
Drill versus drill. Oh, I was not paying attention. Quick time events, awesome. Oh, we get to push him back?
Not so tough now, are you?
Oh my god! Do it again, do it again.
I think it's fine. No! What the fuck is this shit? Are we like parrying him? He's pissed. Ah! That was new. Gonna... Nope. Finally. Get drilled.
We did it. We beat him.
Really now?
Just barely.
You think that killed him? Damn. What a specimen.
Is that the exit?
What a sexy beast.
Finally got to feel
Yeah.
what he
Once we
has
get out
as
there,
an
I'll radio
arm.
for pickup.
Yeah, no, that guy's a fucking, you know, BioShock Big Daddy with that drill arm. Oh my god, is that China?
That's the rendezvous.
About damn time.
China.
Oh wait, no, it's still it's like Christmas Eve 2012. Still. Yeah, hi buddy. Oh my god.
Dead.
Fucking knocked unconscious.
Come on, Supergirl.
Yikes. Ada!
You know, those shots of yours pack one hell of a punch, lady.
So, you're Wesker Jr.
Wesker, you lost me.
Wesker? I hardly know her.
Wesker, I hardly know her. Ah!
Got him.
Who tried to destroy the world.
I beat you
He
to
was
it.
also your father,
What?
What?
which makes you heir to a very special blood type.
Yeah, that checks out actually. He's about to get... I was about to say, he's about to get pulverized.
Dead.
I got an A rank from that. You got an S. This is bullshit. Wait, no, I got the S. What the fuck? No, I'm so used to being on
Which
the...
I don't... Because I killed more enemies, and I had a higher accuracy.
You did die 3 more times, apparently.
How does that go from an A rank? Like
I
an
have
S rank
no
to an A
idea.
rank? Like, what's
Well, you
the
gotta
fucking
you gotta
calculation?
see deaths. So it's enemies, clear time, deaths, and accuracy.
Like,
Both of
clear
our
time's always
accuracies
gonna
are
be
A
the same.
ranks. Like everything is A rank except your deaths, which is a C rank.
Ugh.
Because you died 3 more times than me.
Yeah, just because of the fucking snowmobile section.
Yeah, no, it was not fun. Now, do you want to continue, or do you want to stop there for the day?
I
Because
don't
that
wanna play this
that
game anymore,
I was
man.
gonna say that last fucking chapter was ass.
That sucked.
It was so
I'll
bad.
also let you know that the first emblem in the next chapter is Jake only.
What the fuck is that shit? Why are there so many like one character onlys? Play Payday 2 instead.
Real.
Oh. Oh. Breathe. We're done here.
End game. Quit
End
game.
game.
Yes.
Get out of here. We're done. No more Resident Evil 6 for today. Fuck ass game.
Hey, look, it could have been worse. We could have been finishing Chris's campaign tonight.
Yeah, no, I definitely did not want to finish Chris's campaign. I feel like we dodged a bullet doing it all in one. I know it fucking sucked, but I think we dodged a bullet there. The real question is, are you hitting the professionals? Did you get the professional emblems for that?
I don't know. I quit the game already.
That's fair enough. We're getting the fuck out of here. No more Resident Evil 6 today. I'm ending. It's over. I know there's an ad break, but fuck. Yeah, we're out of here. No more. End of game. Thank you
End
for
of
joining. We will be here
life.
next week because we'll finish. Maybe we'll finish next week this campaign next week, and then we'll get to move on to Ada's. I'm trying to do it before I move.
Ada's campaign better be...
It better be short as hell. It better be like an hour at most.
I mean, based on the fact that... Well, because, like, what did they do?
I don't know.
Because obviously, like, it was originally...
It was an
only
epilogue.
single player.
It was an epilogue originally, I believe. And
Yeah,
then
it
they
was
had to
only single
add
player,
2
So they,
players.
like, retroactive... Like, what did they do?
They threw in a
How
guy.
did
They
change?
invented a guy to be the second player. They
How
just
much of
popped the guy into existence and said, "You're now paired with Ada, agent,
a new man?
mysterious agent." Anyway, I'm
Yeah,
out of
she
here.
uses
We're
a
out of here.
butter at the end.
Touch grass.